My name is Dunnit, so I'm building stuff. I've just found my new favourite pulse rifle. It's an absolute endgame monster, the Sacred Provenance with Photoinhibition. This perk does extra damage against shield and causes disorientation, which makes this pulse rifle one, if not the best pulse rifle in the game. And it also, like I said, deals extra damage against shields. It absolutely shreds barriers, shreds shielded enemies, and not only that, it leaves them disorientated as well. 40% extra damage against shields. It's got Kinetic Tremors on there. We can make Carl dance around. Stay with me, I'll break it all down. The Sacred Provenance, it's an aggressive burst, hard hitting 4 burst fire mode. This is from the Garden of Salvation. The rule I put on here, obviously it's your call, but I put armor piercing rounds on there. That gives you an extra 5% damage to combatant shields and over penetrates. I also put rapid hit on there, rapid precision hits, temporarily increase stability and reload speed substantially, that's the enhanced version. I also put enhanced kinetic tremors on there. Kinetic Tremors is one of my favourite perks for kinetic weapons in the game, hands down, probably my most used perk. Sustained kinetic damage to a target, it emits a shockwave that damages any nearby targets. And then the key perk on this is the origin trait. Now bear in mind this is a free origin trait, Photoinhibition. This weapon deals bonus damage to combatant shields and targets with overshields. Breaking a combatant shield disorientates them. Breaking an energy matched shield also disorientates them. It doesn't apply to this weapon, but just breaking a shield, because it's kinetic, will give you a disorientating effect. It just won't do the area of effect. But this is what this Photoinhibition does. It gives you a 34.3% increased damage against PvE combatant elemental shields, plus the armor piercing 5%, so we're going to get up to a 40% against enemy shields. And then PvE combatant overshields 21.6%, and it also gives you a 15.6% against player overshields in PvP. But what I wanted to do was test it, so I tested it with Blast Furnace. I just wanted to check the shield numbers with Blast Furnace. This doesn't have armor piercing or the Photoinhibition trait on there, and you'll see there 1436 against the Arc Shielded Knight in the Heist Battleground Nightfall. And I switched over to my Sacred Provenance with armor piercing and the Photoinhibition trait, and you'll see that ramp up to 2012. That's an absolutely massive damage increase against shields. Now bearing in mind the Photoinhibition and the armor piercing round gives you a 40% damage increase against shielded enemies. Now that's absolutely huge. Now for all endgame stuff we usually get shields. This is why I think this pulse rifle is now the king. The Photoinhibition also, as I mentioned, disorientates enemies when you break an enemy's shield. So this is just absolutely huge. Just being able to stun lock like a shielded knight just like that there is just absolutely huge. Plus all the extra damage you're going to do with shields. So they're just going to stand there, which is an absolutely massive bonus for you and your teammates. As you know, some of the shielded enemies, they do have a tendency to start running off and hiding. But just for like endgame stuff, especially with all these banes in the game now, it's just going to make these things really easy. Extra damage against the shield, 40% with the armor piercing, and it's just going to disorientate them. Look at the state of that. That is absolutely magic, and it's a really excellent origin trait, severely underrated. Obviously, we've got Unstoppable Pulse, but if you take that off, go Radiant, you can easily break Barrier's shield. It also works against barriers, this Photoinhibition as well. So it absolutely destroys anti-barrier shields. Like I said, we've got this season Unstoppable, but anti-barrier pulse is a very common thing that comes around in Destiny. So it's worth a craft. It's absolutely massive, and it absolutely destroys barrier shields, destroys elemental shields, disorientates them, and we haven't even got into the kinetic tremors yet. So it's absolutely fantastic pulse rifle. It is definitely 100% my new best pulse rifle in the game. So I wanted to then check the Kinetic Tremors enhanced, compare it to Blast Furnace, the non-enhanced version. This is like a quick heads up, you don't have to enhance the Kinetic Tremors on this because it actually procs off 3 bursts. 1, 2, 3, that's the enhanced version. So one more time, 3 bursts, that will do the kinetic dance for Carl, make him do that extra damage. And then Blast Furnace, 3 bursts, non-enhanced version. The 3 burst does the same as the enhanced version. So quick heads up on that one. Now, briar bands is a really good one to pair with this one. If you want to get the most out of this sort of pulse rifle, it's just solid. Rime-coat raiment is one I really like to run because of the fragment on prismatic. Passive command, I recently did a video on this with Dead Man's Tale. Whenever you freeze or suppress something, every 9 seconds it's going to reload your weapon. So if you just take a look at my ammo there, because you've got 40 rounds in this, it usually does take about 8 or 9 seconds to fire your full burst off. But with passive command, it's just going to keep reloading. And obviously with your freezer turrets, you've got overload and unstop built in, and it's just absolute easy mode. You can literally destroy overload champions with this pulse rifle, with the Kinetic Tremors, and it's just absolutely fantastic. Just having that free reload, passive command. Like I said, I recently did a video on Dead Man's Tale. I will link that right at the end of the video, so give that a watch, it's really good. And then on top of that again, just to sort of finalise, the extra 40% damage against shield plus the disorientated effect is just an absolutely magic combo. And very quickly, just before you go, I've still got my 30% off up to the 15th for Advanced GG. Some really nice products on there, real nice flavours, give you loads of energy and focus. Check that out. Like I said, only till the 15th of November. I'll leave all the info in the video description. Let me know what you think of this video, any other ideas, any other exotics to pair. I hope you found this video helpful. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.